YouTube, everything should be sort of clicking back together. Doesn't seem super happy about this overlay, does it? I get my pen up. We get that open. We get that open. YouTube, can I just get some kind of sort of confirmation of life, confirmation of existence? I think we're okay. I mean, we're not super okay. We're not super okay graphically, but we're okay. Oh, that looks more like it. That looks more like it. Yeah, I've got a boire of life, a boire and a gaga, which means YouTube is back. There we go. All right, just in the nick of time, it looks like as well. Wait, do I need... hold on. I need my volume control so we can get good in-game volume. Don't flatter me. All right. All right. What are the predictions saying? Predictions are believing in AG, actually. Honestly, you asked me to put my money where my mouth is. I'm putting my money on Zeta Division. They had banned Freya initially. Maybe a hero that Flora struggled on, particularly against, you know, someone like Aid. The Moira ban in response feels a little bit like we're taking the piss, no? I thought AG's map picks and their bans were a little bit suspect yesterday. And they are doing absolutely nothing to beat the allegations with this opening Moira ban, are they? Absolutely nothing. Juby, if you're here as well, can we get a giveaway command that just says something like Season 16, whatever the codes are, you've got the sheet. Whatever the codes are, giveaway at the end of the Korea stream or something. And maybe add it to the Twitch title as well. In the meantime, I'll try and do some of this casting of Overwatch I've been so known for. Jacob as well was asking, is Jasmine AG's only tank? No, they also have Milgaru, but we've not really seen a lot of Milgaru. We didn't see any of him yesterday in their 4-map loss. I'm seeing none of him in this opening map either. It's going to be Zeta Division leaning into their Malga already. Little dink from Flora trying to come around the top. Sim pressure coming out from Pelican. Great damage on the side of AGG, but the Cass will be able to pick people apart in these slower fights. But Sunjin with a TP to harass. Turret behind as well. He's just killing that turret. Now he's got eyes on Pelican. Pelican's going to turn to deal with him. Sunjin backs it up. Alpha tries to respond to that, but it's a fully talked Sim. He can't go for it. Sunjin's got 2 with this flank. 2 big picks for Sunjin. And even though they've lost their tank, AG are right in this. Sunjin is stuck behind enemy lines. Turret's going up to protect himself. And we're going into a very early pause. Was Hunter fired? Hunter has not been fired yet. Hanging in there. Will Chris be fired tomorrow? Nope. He's going to win today. He's going to win. Not if they fire him today. Chris is going to win today. Honestly, I know we say this a lot on this channel, but I think today's looking good for TU. Can you still qualify for Esports World Cup through loser bracket? Yes, in EMEA in North America, for, well, we got a bit of downtime. I can show you the, that's for wrong thing. Not that one. That's the right one. So while we got a bit of downtime, let me open up Korea, let me open up EMEA. It's the same in EMEA in North America, but basically, in terms of qualification, it's top 3 qualifiers, and these 2 teams have qualified. To qualify from the lower bracket, you have to reach this point. So, for TU, Gen.G, Virtus.pro, Peps, SSG in this category as well, you need to win this first game, and you need to win this next game. So obviously, EMEA-wise, you'd probably very much expect Virtus.pro to be able to make this journey. Oh wait, my pen's not working. I was drawing for you, I promise. There we go. But yeah, so basically, these 2 teams have already qualified, and then you have to reach this point in the lower bracket to make it. So you have to win this game, and you have to win this game. So you'd expect Virtus.pro to be favourites, but it sounds like we're getting an unpause, so let's jump right back into it here. Sunjin still on this off angle. It's a bit of a dogfight, remember. Mauga coming back now for Jasmine. Just going to take for Mirror. Sunjin still getting a lot of pocket as the stop comes in. Flora is trying to get full pocket into this Mauga. Stop comes through. Flora avoids that one. High noons, but no, Jasmine kills him through it. Jasmine's got away with the kill. AG have actually snuck for point away during all of this as well. Zeta are going to TP down to try and flip it back now. But Aid can... Oh, they choose not to contest, actually. They're going to go with the window now. But the TP, the disengage is perfect just as Jasmine arrives. Zeta get out of there. Perfect TP from Pelican, and they have kited this window, but they've had to concede the flip for it. Now AG are going to try and challenge for high ground, but Flora is back in the nick of time. Another TP to flip to point. Zeta Division proactive with their positioning. They will flip the point right back. Now a symbol to try and retake it. Again, they are on the run. Finn's in a lot of trouble. Lamp has been forced. Chance for Alfie to come back in with the beat soon, but Lee Soo Min has one to match. Molten Core is out. Beats will be traded. Beats go down for both teams. Symbol thrown in as well. Aid looking for more. Gonna pop it and kill Bernard. Deletes him with that overload damage. Now he's looking for more, but Flora's going to win the duel. Pelican full beam now, and Zeta Division will win this scrap. Huge number of ults invested there. AG, twice they give the flip. Just as they invest those ultimates, you know, they give the flip, they invest the window, they find nothing. Then they do the same thing happens with the symbol, not in time to keep it alive. So, AG get 51%, but it really could have been so much more for them. Worst case, really, for AG, because they don't have a lot of ults for this next fight either. Cage is their closest. The Zeta Division, a symbol, a window, they can do a lot. They drop pressure onto Benar as well. He's going to stop through this one as well. He's going deep all the way through. Pelican gets killed, actually, and they get obliterated. The window push does nothing. They all die. They press for window, and 5 of them die. Bernard took so much initial damage when he dropped down and peaked there. Now, he then committed in. I thought Pelican was going to drop a symbol to help Bernard on an aggressive position, but wasn't going in. So Zeta Division, they have all the ults to win the fight, but they don't use them. Now Zeta Division have to play a retake. They still have ult advantage as they TP to point. Symbol comes out. Window in response here. Maka's got a little bit of an angle, but not too much. AG will kite this one out, and now can take a cage v cage fight on point. Flora has that high noon advantage to throw into this one as well. But Sunjin very close to the symbol. If they get that symbol, they're in a good position. TP flip from Zeta Division as well. Bernard's going to go for the contest. Comes in for the stop. Doesn't find all that much. Cage is going to be dropped. Cage in response, but here's for high noon. But they're round the corner. Flora can't find anything with it. High noon symbol out. They kill the cage, but the symbol is now available for AG to fight with. They kill Finn as a result. Sunjin full beam, full pocket from that symbol, and now he can pick it out. Counter charge comes out. Beat comes out. Lee Soo Min doesn't have the beat yet. The beat is trying to turn it. Sunjin TP's behind, but he's too far away to do anything, and Alfie gets the beat just in the nick of time. AG are going to have to concede the flip here. Sunjin can't even get a late trade. And as we see so often in these Mauga type mirrors or any of these ground tank mirrors, especially once Sim gets involved, it all becomes about those ultimates, and a slightly quicker beat is the difference maker for Alpha Yi here. Now Zeta Division nearly have their symbol for this next fight. For AG, a beat of their own, a Molten Core. Molten Core very good at deleting that wall HB here, so even if they drop to contest it, Aid can counter it with the Molten Core. He's actually going to invest the Molten Core first here, drops it down early to get the flip. Zeta Division going to wait that one out and then try and take the fight. They still don't quite have Cage, but an aggressive move comes out, a beat push. The TP doesn't quite work out for Aid, but they are still all over Finn. Window from Finn to try and clutch, immediately down. Had to go for it. Alpha U fall afterwards now. Symbol comes out from Pelican. It's on point, but it's too little too late. It's just Bernard. He can get one more touch. But what can he possibly do against all of this? He's trying to bleed out the time as long as possible, but he'll be taken care of. Stomped on by Jasmine, and AG win the first round. And I think it comes down to that. It all comes down to that fight where they use the window, where Zeta Division drop, they use the window, they have the symbol ready to go, they don't invest the symbol, and they lose that fight for nothing. That is where we saw the ult economy switch from being Zeta Division favoured to AG favoured. And the nature of KOF, there's not a lot of fights. You know, like a 99-99 KOF, it's probably 7 fights. So you mess up the ult economy in one fight, you actually maybe just throw the map, and we saw a big instance of that there. Now, slightly different version of a comp here. Zeta Division are going to play D.Va Tracer. So they're not going to be too interested in taking this frontline brawl because AG's comp is so good at it. They want to get behind. They want to ruin Maka's day. The problem is, Sunjin with this beam, he can play to sort of just pocket Maka here. Put a lot of damage onto the D.Va. A lot of pressure on Bernard and Pelican to find value during this. It's a TP flip to the high ground as well. Zeta Division continue to reposition. Finn is going to get matrixed around that one. At the moment, Zeta Division just playing a game of pivots as the turret goes up into an obnoxious point on top of it. Going to get an angle on Bernard right now. They're just trying to force the objective. They disengage this initial overload, but here comes the Stomp to chase it. Finn gets crushed. Lab not in time to save him, and the aggression just deletes him here. Do not be surprised if we see Zeta Division swap after this and just take maybe a bit more of amalgam mirror in this. Bernard's going to get staggered out first, though, which is annoying. Boop back, and they are really milking him for everything he's worth right now. Pelican over onto the Echo, actually, here. Expecting a Malga swap to come through here, too. Oh, Bernard's going to stick it, actually. Okay. Another pause. Getting this third place match in pieces at the moment. Morning, Sammy. Echo in this economy? It's been a while. Psycho was saying it last night, actually, when he was on the stream, wasn't he? When are the Echo buffs coming? No, we're in a third place match right now. Winner to Esports World Cup, loser to Last Chance Qualifier, and we've got the grand finals coming up after this between T1 and Crazy Raccoon. If you're watching on YouTube as well, if you'd be so kind, drop the video a little like. It helps with the visibility. Tomathan is the king of YouTube, but I'm coming for the crown. Yeah, grand finals today as well, yeah. Thanks, Clee. I always knew you were one of the good ones. Just dislike for stream. Thanks. Always knew you were one of the bad ones, Unbound. Always knew. Juby theory. If Juby is watching, Zeta will fumble. Close your eyes, Juby. Close your eyes and it will all be okay. YouTube creating and Twitch. I'm getting a couple of hundreds from Twitch as well. Or from YouTube. YouTubers are a passionate bunch. Oh, they got little Zeta Division cards. Zeta Division pins as well. Tubi, get your credit card. Hit like, can I get 3 big bois in the Twitch chat? Fuck's sake. Not the crossover I was expecting. Alright. Straight back into it now. Zeta Division sticking with D.Va. Need to make Maka's life hell, but it's such a hard dive to make. And AG, they're not giving him a chance to dive. You see Zeta Division, these TPs, these aggressive TP rotations are just making it so difficult. Zeta Division are having to play a game of pivots. High Noon comes out. Thank you, Illy Milox, for the 10 community gifted. Thank you very much. That's deserving of 3 big wars as well. Finn's found a trade onto Aid here, but they've lost Flora. Window is out from both teams. Lee Soo-min with a slight beat advantage, and AG, most importantly, still in control of the point. Now coming round. Full beam onto, or bit of a beam really onto Bernard, trying to force him back. Simwalk comes out now, and this is going to force them to disengage again. And Zeta Division, they just can't get control of a point. They're about to have a beat push ready to go, but Lee Soo-min has the perfect answer. Now the aggression comes in again. Finn, defensive beat is used. Lee Soo-min comes over, not in time to save Jasmine, though. Tank advantage for Zeta Division, and opening Lee Soo-min's bin is Beat is a little bit sleepy. Now they're going to try and stall on point, but here comes Zeta Division. TP off the map, Sunjun, no! Disaster! They were fighting an uphill battle, and it got a whole lot harder when Sunjun just walks off the map. The aggressive TPs have been paying DVDs for AG all nipple long, but that one too far. And Zeta Division will get themselves back on it. Thank you very much, Ilio. Appreciate the 10 community gifted. Congratulations to everyone who won one as well. Sunjun, overwhelmed by the gift and the generosity, had to just fall off the map, lost control of these hands and these legs. Now, looking for their engage back on right now. Jasmine nearly has the cage, and a cage molten core. Could be a fish in a barrel situation. They TP, but Zeta Division are quick on the pivot. They get to the other side of point. Molten Core is out now from Aid. Hiding in response from Flora to hold for space. Don't stand on the come, Flora. A window's out as well, but Flora finds the pick as Aid peeks through that. Alfie's going to get traded by the Stomp, but 4v4. Cage comes out right now. Bernard still has the bomb, but they are losing players around it. Lamp comes out onto Jasmine. Bernard's going to drop the bomb now. They try and stomp the Baby. Baby is dead. Self-destruct will find nothing. And AG are right back in control of the point. And Zeta Division, oh, they've only got one ult coming back. It's all on Pelican on the copy here. Probably, I'd guess, a copy Mauga here, just to try and help them overload that front line. But if AG get to this beat, they get to this symbol, they are in big trouble. Here's the copy from Pelican. Gonna tiptoe onto point. Lots of turrets for him to clear. Just trying to bide his time, stall it out. But this symbol is so close. He goes for the stop. Burner is there to follow up. But copy is cancelled. Here comes the beat. Beat catches everyone from AG. Symbol over the top as well. The Zeta Division, they don't have the beat. They've got nothing to respond with. Alfie, he still needs 8%, 7%. He's so close, but Jasmine is all over him. He gets taken down, and AG are looking like they are going to win this first map here. Bernard's going to get demaxed. And after a disappointing showing from AG, yesterday, they've come out swinging here. Most important game of their Stage 2. Probably the most important game of them for the year so far. Qualifying for the major from Korea. It's a bit easier this time because there's more spots, but really not easy at all. And AG put their best foot forward. Interview with Dongsu said AG players called themselves Temu CR. So glad you swapped to supporting T1 rather than Zeta. Yeah, you made a switch at a smart time there. And I thought Flora was playing really fine. You know, like getting value on the Cass here. The Diva just looks so hard, right? Because basically, what you really want to happen is if you're the Mauga team, aka the AG comp, what you want is you just want to be a 5-man group and you want to you can force point a lot, you can just walk and brawl stuff, you can bully a lot of things. If you're the Diva comp, what you want is you want these situations where when AG try and make an aggressive move forward or they TP or something, what you have is you have your Tracer and your Diva or your Echo and your Diva do some kind of like hit the backline, you know? Make Maka's life really hard. But the problem is the tempo from AG was so fast that Zeta Division never got a chance to set this up. How many times did you see these really early TPs come out from Sunjun? And instead of Zeta Division getting to set up maybe a bit of an angle where they have like their Cass here or something, and then like their Diva here and their Tracer here or their Tracer/Echo here, and AG have to walk through a very difficult, scary area when they try and push for Cass, their tail, their players, their squishies at the back are just getting eliminated. How many times did we see a situation like that happen versus how many times was it just AG go really fast, Zeta Division are still grouped up, and Zeta Division are just on the run. They're just trying to run and pivot, and then all of a sudden the Mauga's just putting like an unrelenting amount of damage down. So, smart from AG. I think they played it well. They put Zeta in a difficult position, but you have to feel that maybe it just was a difficult version of the comp. The Esports World Cup, it's at the end of it's at the end of July, if I'm not mistaken. I can give actually I think the Overwatch website might be the best for it. Hold on. Schedule. This one, live event. Oh, here we go. This is the graphic I was looking for. You can just about see it behind me, but yeah, July 31st to August the 3rd, the last chance qualifier, a couple of weekends before. And there's going to be a promotion relegation on July the 13th for Sunday as well. Thanks, Chiron. Yeah, I'm trying to, honestly, I've come back. I had my wedding, I had my honeymoon, I had my first proper break in a while, and I'm coming back refreshed and full of energy, full of pep. I've got some pep in my step, if people still say that. When is stage 3? It's like, it's really far away, stage 3. It's like September it starts. Yeah, September the 6th for the first game. Will I do interviews for the Esports World Cup? Yeah, I will try. I will try. Isn't playing fast what top Koreans were doing last year, and they seem to have slowed down their play this season? I don't know. I mean, some of it is going to be a comp variation as well. I think when we see like these Malga versions of the comps, I think tempo can be really key in a lot of it. And obviously that wasn't even really a Malga Mirror of a Shrine. It was like, they just want to keep the dive team on the back foot. We would even, like, even back on London, we would do things, whereas if we can set the tempo, we can deny them setting up their dive positions. So I think there is a good thing for the sort of like anti-dive team or the brawl team to do that. Learn to stream your own games instead of broadcasting stuff that doesn't belong to you. Appreciate that, YouTube chat. I know, love Japan. Yeah, you are. You're gone, mate. YouTube chat normally such a kind bunch, but I love no Japan. Gone. So sorry. To get back to my original point. To get to my original point, I think it depends a little bit on the comps. I think there was a period, I think especially stage 1, which is maybe what you're thinking of or referring to here, Jank Jesus, in terms of like, let's get this off screen. But when we were having a lot of these comps, when it'd be sort of the 3-2 split, and we'd have like a Lucio Genji side fight or something, or one support, one DPS type side fight, we'd have these situations where this is where I think it would slow down quite a lot, you know, and it would just be a lot of vying for space because both teams would be doing the same thing, and we'd get like a 2v2 here and a 3v3 here. And I think this was a point where everything was sort of slowed down a little bit. But I think when we're on this version of a comp, kind of like what we saw at the Dallas Major, I think it was probably true at the Stockholm Major last year as well. Tempo is actually like, it's easier to go first and a lot better in many ways. This is the third place match we're watching right now, but it's winner goes to Esports World Cup, loser to last chance qualifier, so there's a decent amount at play. How long is the break after Stage 2 playoffs? Significant, so... So we're going to have playoffs on June the 29th, and then the last chance qualifier. So it's about 2 weeks, and maybe that's... How does time work? I think, is it 1 week to the... So that'd be 28th, 29th. So 2 weeks until promotion relegation. So after playoffs ends, in 2 weeks' time after playoffs, it's promotion relegation. 3 weeks after playoffs, it's the last chance qualifier. And this will be 4, maybe even 5 months after playoffs. It will be the actual stage 2, the major at the Esports World Cup. Oh, thank you very much, Isometric. Appreciate the prime. Is Milgaru in? I didn't see the guy. Milgaru has to be in? That would explain the ball ban, right? Hold on, let me... What's going on with YouTube chat? Juby, are you here? Or have you gone to make breakfast? Can you get the YouTube chat open? It's just a lot of people who need killing. YouTube chat are normally such a great group of guys and girls, but just a lot of spammers here. So load the gun and get ready. Sorry, I missed your response, Jesus. Fair enough. I was also arguing a little now. Maybe Crazy Raccoon and Falcons are off their top form / comp stiffness here. Yeah, it feels like in many ways when we were, we were talking about that sort of like the side fighty version of Overwatch we had maybe a lot more towards the start of the year. It feels like in this type of one, this is where like AG and T1 have really shined more than anything, and Crazy Raccoon and Falcons haven't been quite as good. What's going on with Vision Esports? They're in the last chance qualifier, so we'll see them in that tournament we were looking at mid-July. This one here, the 17th to 19th of July. Vision Esports will be competing in this. Wait, no, yeah, sorry, Juby. Not LeBron. LeBron was one of the good ones. Not LeBron. Juby shot the wrong person. Oh, no. Yeah, hold on. Check. How long did he time him out for? Wait, can I save LeBron? I actually can't save LeBron. Hold on. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know how to remove it on. How long did you time him out for, Juby? I don't know if there's a way to, Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to save you. 24 hours? No, LeBron! LeBron was... Because LeBron typed kill, like, Shadow, whatever his name was. But Shadowblade was the spammer. LeBron was on the right side of history.
Fuck you, Chris.
Oh, thank you, Isometric, for the gifted tier 1 to LeBron. We will revive him. The defibrillator is out. Easy for me to say. Morning, Cat. Oh, there's been some timeouts as well. You're right. Juby will sort it. Alright, sorry. I'm locking in. I'm locking in. Oh, there's actually a war going off now in the timeouts in Twitch chat. He won't forgive. I'm sure LeBron can find it in his heart to forgive me. Back in the Overwatch, though. We're on Riddersappy. It's a ball ban from Zeta Division as Milgaru is in, so he'll be forced to play the Orisa. Zeta Division going to keep playing the Malga. Burner has gone in for a stomp, but the lamp has kept him alive, and Burner is not saved by the lamp from Finn. Disaster on the engagement. They're still trying to trade it out. The tank advantage, though, significant in these Brawl Mirrors. And Aid, he was banned off for Freya in the first map, but now he's on it. Highly regarded as the best... the best Freya in the world. Trying to show it here. Zeta Division on the back foot now, but they do have a beat and window soon. Pretty even ult-wise. The tank ult is probably the one they're furthest behind in here. Keep your eyes on Aid on this type of matchup as well, because he is going to take a lot of angles, a lot of flanks. He's even utilising the TP to get a flip here right now. They respond with a stomp, though. Bernard's going to delete that lamp, and Mac is going to regret taking that TP. Good read on the flip there from Zeta Division. The stop to punish it, and now with an advantage, they just need to clean up for players. But Flora's been sent for a ride. Sunjun takes him out of the air. They will trade Sunjun right at back, but it's turning into a bit of a scrap here. So Zeta Division, they can stop the progress. They can take the cart back to middle, and most importantly, they deny the cap as well. But now we're getting up to a big old ult fight. Beat available for both teams. Window available for Finn. Mac is a little bit slower since he died so early in that previous fight, but the big swing factors here are going to be the Sim Wall and that Terror Surge as well. Remember, Bernard is so far behind on this cage. When we get to this big ult trade, it's going to be a difficult situation. Freyas might bump into each other right now, but oh no, Aid doesn't see Flora. Flora takes him out of the sky. A skip diff, and now player advantage as the Sim Wall comes in from Sunjun. Pelican doesn't quite have it yet, so Bernard is trying to play his life. Lee Min-Min's going to go for the beat. Beats will be traded right now. Bernard in front of that window, taking a lot of damage, eliminated by Lee Min, but Milgaru's in the back. He's still trying to find more kills. He's getting beamed by Pelican, though. No tanks apiece now. Sim Wall available much later for Pelican as well. It's come out here. They're trading it back and forth. DPS available for TP to chase down this Baptiste, but Ada's trying to save him. He's dropped for Bowler. He goes for it. It misses Flora, though. Flora! He's going to get it done again. Back-to-back gaps. Lee Min can get the trade, but Flora has done all the work for Zeta Division in this fight. Now a chase is on Lee Min and Alpha Yi. And Alpha Yi's got him. HB advantage and picks up Finn from spawn. What was Lee Min's plan? What was his plan there? Zeta Division on the front foot now, and after that big chaotic ult trade, Bernard's slow but steady cage is now available. 13% and a significant advantage in this next fight. The Orisa is very good. They can obviously TP out of the cage as well, so keep your eyes on Sunjun holding on to that TP to peel for Milgaru when they go with this one. Zeta Division, though, they can start bullying this front line. Sim TP is going to get cleared. That means there's no TP for this cage if Zeta Division find the timing, but they need a few more percent. They're going to TP onto the flank. They catch Aid again, and Aid's Freya is target number 1 for Zeta Division. He's not finding any space. Flora's going to get traded right back, though, but the attention is on Milgaru. The lamp comes out, but here's the cage. No cooldowns to survive. The Sim's in it too. Everyone's in the cage, and Zeta Division will be getting the checkpoint off the back of that cage. Ult's coming up online, and Zeta Division off the back of that fight as well. One thing the cage is pretty good at is it allows you to farm up a lot of ultimates as well, because there's just so much free damage in there in terms of all of it. Beat and Sim Wall going to be available for Zeta Division here. AG just a little bit slower on all of these ults. Force back to the corner, a TP harassment from Sunjun onto the opposite side, but Flora has this deep position. Bowler's going to go out, doesn't connect onto Aid, but the Bolt does. The beat push to chase down Aid, and Aid tries to take this flank, and again, Zeta Division, they smother him. They are not letting Aid take any of the positions, any of the flanks they want. Aid tries to play a flank. Bernard chases after him. They TP Aid to a good position. Bernard is all over him. Zeta Division right now shutting down AG's key player, and it's got them the advantage here on this Runa sapping. Terror Surge Sim Wall coming back, so they do have an advantage. Oh, and an opening pick from Aid. You can keep him quiet, but you can't shut him up. Aid with a double kill there as he connects the Bowler as well, and this is going to be a free retake. Well, a cheap retake. Bowler's really absolute pennies in terms of the ult economy here. 4 ults, the remaining 4 ults for AG available now. Zeta Division, they have the lead, and they have a checkpoint still to work with as well in terms of space to give. But this is a chance for AG to close the gap. TP aggressively. Sim Wall invested as well. Sunjun's going to mirror that Sim Wall. They have the beat if they get in trouble, but they're going to back up with the window. Bernard goes for a bit of a drive-through. Finn's used his own window here. Bernard's gone so deep, and there's no saving him from that one here. Zeta Division with a significant advantage, and AG is going to get all the cleanup here. Tidy fight for AG in that Sim Wall trade, and that was just 2 ults for 2 ults there. Really, Zeta Division were hoping it was going to be a tough fight to win, but they were hoping to make it more expensive for AG. But Sunjun's wall is good. Stops them having to use the B or the Terror Surge or anything like that. Now AG have ult advantage. They have the checkpoint. This is their time to tie it up. Looking for their opportunity. They can TP Milgaru in. They can do a lot of creative things with this TP. Ada's also just lurking in the sky looking for this bowler. Could just save it to combo with the Terror Surge. Might be the wisest option in all of this. Zeta Vision are going to go for the flip. There they go. They TP back. I think the bowler's gone with them though. Has to causes the lamp to come out. Now the beat from AG to push forward with this advantage. Looking for more kills though. They are all over Pelican. But Pelican might be okay. Bernard's awfully low. The lamp is good from Finn. Keeps everyone alive. No! Pelican goes down. Bernard's going to TP in. They're playing for trades right now. Bernard's on the back line, but Ada's taking care of that. And just as we were talking about Aid getting shut down in so many situations, he's back. Now, it did cost him all the ults, though. The beat, the Terror Surge, everything. But AG have the lead. A price well and truly worth playing. And Bernard is going to take the Orisa Mirror now. Aid swinging left-hand side, taking the duel with Flora. Hits an initial bolt. A second bolt as well. TP onto him as well. TP onto the high ground actually for AG. And now they're coming through. Finn's in a lot of trouble. Aid sets up that kill with the help of Milgaru. Milgaru's in super deep. It's a messy one right now. Finn's used the window. Alfie nearly has the beat. Aid is 1 HP. Tries to kill the turret to get out of it. Actually, Aid is out. He is out. He's managed to get away on, was it 5 HP? Bernard's trying to push for the kill, but he's taking so much damage from this window. They're going to push and kill him. Lamp from Finn saves Bernard's life. But can it keep him alive? They can't kill the Lamp. Bernard will be okay. Aid has to back it up now. AG need to get their spawns. Zeta Visions are much closer. But AG have got a significant lead in this, 125 meters now. Alfie has beat advantage. But look at Aid, he is lurking, he is on the flank. Burner has found him now as well. They want to deal with this Freya, but Aid is giving him the slip. No, not enough. Flora gets it. B comes in from Alfie. Zeta Vision want to ensure they win this fight after that pick. They're all dying on the objective here. They will clean it up. But AG are not going to be too unhappy with that. Look at where this cart is. We are so deep on Zeta Division side of the map right now as this beat comes out. Especially since they had player advantage. Zeta Division are going to have to do it the hard way now. 2 minutes left on the clock. They've got the symbol. They've got the Terror Surge. More ults to work with. AG a little bit behind on a few of these. But Zeta Division, they have to win multiple fights here as cleanly as possible. So they have to think about this fight, the next fight. Maybe just a Terror Surge bowler combo, but a TP flip, actually. They try and up the tempo. Milgar is walking in. Symbol comes out from Pelican. They turn their attention onto him. Lee Soo-min now has the beat to go if he wants, but they're just safe behind the Symbol. Again, AG managed to stabilize behind Sunjin's Symbol, and now they have the beat ready to go. Finn's going to drop the window. Pelican with the TP onto the backline. Beat over top from Lee Soo-min. Not in time for Maka. They have traded Baptiste. Terror Surge pulls in Sunjin. He's also low behind the cars. 10 HP. Pelican gets him, but they've lost a lot of their backline right now. Burner is pushing. It's just a dogfight right now. They're clearing the turrets. Milgar is trying to play his life right now. And I think he'll be okay for it. Zeta Division win the fight. Not cleanly and not cheaply either. Window, Terror Surge, Wall, Bowler, all thrown into that. And now as we enter the final minute, Zeta Division are on the back foot. And AG have the ult. They've got a Terror Surge Bowler combo. A window not far behind. Zeta Division low on time, low on ultimates. How are they going to get themselves out of this position now? AG don't have to force anything here. Even if they have ult advantage, if they just want to bleed a bit of time off the clock, maybe even try and force it to be final fight. I don't necessarily hate the decision. You can see Zeta Division are playing so far back as well. A couple of bolts into the sky, but Aid manages to live. Looking to make their move, and yeah, Zeta have played it so slow, but now, yeah, window behind, actually, a TP flip. Maka's behind all of this, but Zeta Vision have done the TP flip as well. The flip has been flipped. The burger is back where it started, and now Zeta Vision have control of this choke, but they are still at a big old disadvantage. Alfie nearly has beat though. This is for saving grace. They need this Terror Surge bowler combo to hit. Aid's going to start swinging around, looking for it. He goes for the bowler early, but Flora jumps over it. Terror Surge in. B comes out from Alfie. They're all healthier right now. Sunjin's got the symbol. Pelican is nowhere close. Flora's pushing into the back, as is Pelican trying to kill Aid. They take kill of Aid, but they need help on point right now. Burner is stuck in the corner on low HP, and Sunjin is full beam. TP behind. Finn is going to die as well. Now he turns his attention to the rest of the team. He's so low. Pelican can fight for trade, but Milgaru is still alive on point. Flora's trying to take him down. They're into overtime right now. They have to stay here. Milgaru is 76 HP. A late kill would go a long way, and Flora can find it. He needs to just tap cart, though. He needs his spawns back. He is so low. Aid is taking it. Flora's got the passive regen, but now the bolts come through. Flora's going to get taken down. Can anyone get the touch? No! The trades were too much in the end. Aid converts for HP advantage, and despite a strong start from Flora and a few of those early duels, Aid finds his groove partway through that map, and AG take a 2-map lead here. Because we didn't see any Milgaru yesterday. Did we see much Milgaru in the seeding matches? I think, yeah, AR's saying in YouTube chat, I think Malga's just hard to play in this match, especially against the Horse and Ram. Yeah, I think the Ram feels less bad, but especially into the Orisa, it feels really tough. You saw a lot of these situations where Bernard was trying to play aggressively, and if he doesn't find that initial stomp value, it's a one-way trip for him, you know? I mean, these are close and competitive maps for sure, right? But Zeta Division, they need to start getting some wins on the board. 2 maps down. We are in best of 7, so there's space to work with. But something needs to start going their way quicker. Malga feels so weak right now, even in comp. Yeah. Yeah, wait, was this the problem? Juby, did you watch that map? Alright, Juby, you're probably safe for breakfast now. Will Zeta Division win while Juby makes breakfast? It's a classic. What's it called? Is it object permanence? No. I swear there's a thing for it about, like... Is it like a theoretical physics thing? Of, like, does it exist if you can't see it? Was there a reason to play Malga here for Bernard and not Orisa? I mean, I think they're confident in the comp. Because the idea is, I think that when you're in like a sim mirror, now the Orisa should have a harder time against the Malga. As a theory at least, right? Because obviously the beam goes through the spin and so much. But actually, there's just so much damage. So much damage. It feels like Bernard can never really play the game, or he's always having to take engages on half HP. Tree falling in the forest. Slit experiment? What's the slit experiment? Schrodinger's cat, maybe? Let's see. What's the slit experiment? You went to rackattack.com and it sells car accessories. No way it does. Sorry. We'll get to rackattack.com. The double slit experiment is a foundational concept in quantum mechanics demonstrating the wave-particle duality of light and matter. It involves passing particles like electrons or photons through 2 slits, which then create an interference pattern on a screen behind them. Even when particles are sent through one at a time, the pattern is characteristic of wave behavior, suggesting the particles are somehow interfering with themselves, which is counterintuitive to classical physics. I feel like I'm in it's over my head a little bit. Yeah, that's Zeta. Thanks, Turlins. Yeah, that's because that's for Schrodinger's cat, right? The idea of the observation of something changes the reaction. Yeah, I mean, in the family, my youngest sister, if you were here for the wedding story, she was the one who was my witness. It was, look at the images. Okay. Maybe the images will help. Just go to Wikipedia, shall we? But she does theoretical physics. She's doing a theoretical physics PhD right now. So maybe I need her to explain it to me. All right, here we go. Electron beam gun. Electrons. Double slit. Interference pattern. Single slit pattern, double slit pattern. Is this part of Chris theory? Yeah. Oh, on the image tab we meant? Okay. I guess the bit I'm struggling with is what's the difference between the single slit and the double slit? He knows an interference an interference pattern is Zeta's backline. Oh, okay. Basically, the particle somehow knows there are two slits, even if it only passes through one slit. Okay. Verify me. I'm human. Research.net on an Overwatch stream. Guys, I'm trying to learn. It confirms that light acts as both a particle and a wave. I feel like I kind of get it, but I also don't really get it. How did we get here? We were talking about Juby theory. This is essentially the theoretical physics experiments to try and explain Juby theory. Juby theory is the double split experiment. I'm also not reading it. I'm like kind of skimming as well, which is definitely not the way to actually understand. Okay, if particles behaved classically, the pattern they produce on screen would be the sum of the patterns created by passing through each individual slit. Particles are quantum, though, and produce an interference pattern that cannot be explained by classical logic. Oh, so the idea is, if you send it through one side... Wait. Shut up, Overwatch, I'm learning. If you send it through one side, it creates a certain pattern, okay? And then if you send it through the other slit, it creates another certain pattern, right? And what you would expect when you then send lights through both slits is it's the same pattern. But what actually happens is when you send it through both slits, this is some kind of interference with each other. No? Oh. Wait, yes? Did I do it? That's basically it. All right. Okay. Now let's move into something very much more in my wheelhouse. New Junk City and an Orisa mirror. Now this I can comprehend first time. Juby is leaving. Zeta are no longer observed. And Flora has won the Freya duel. The theory is being proven in front of our very eyes. Zeta Division with a very straightforward first point this time in the Orisa mirror. Gonna get all the cleanup. Gonna get no trades. Looking very clean for Zeta Division. Slight ult advantage as a result of that quick fight as well. And Flora stepping up the skip when his team needs it most. Holding the choke now, slight advantage on the bowler and the window, everything like this, so AG have to be very careful on the walk up here. Can use the TP just to rotate and maybe find one of the other doors to go through. Want to try and play this slow. We'll get to the bans in a second. Let's finish this fight for now. Bola comes out, an early pressure. They try and TP back. Lots of damage onto Sunjin. Has force for Lamp. Aid's going to go for a trade of his own. Catches Flora with that one as well. 2 kills for Aid now. Zeta Division, they continue to push in, but they are taken care of there. This time, Aid makes the difference with his Bola. And AG will be right back into this. All right, as we talk about the bans quickly. So Zeta Division's map choice, they have banned the Venture, which is something we've seen Sunjin play. A lot of it matches up like nicely into the sim as well. So they take that one away. AG in response have banned Lifeweaver, which just seems to add further questions of, are AG taking these bans seriously? Moira a Lifeweaver ban, but they're winning, so does it matter? Maybe not. Window v window, beat v beat. Terror Surge is in play, Symbols in play mid-fight as well. So a big ult throwdown here as Zeta Division attempt their retake. Finn has the window ready to go. Coming into the right-hand side right now. TP just for harassment right now. Is Sunjin in trouble, though? I think he's maybe been booped. Has he managed to get back? TP in. Maka is right in the mix. Where is Maka going? Maka is behind Finn. Easy kill for Finn in the end. He turns around to pocket everyone through this as well. And AG have maybe overcomplicated this a little bit. Alfie did drop the beat in all of that to survive for Chaos, but AG were in there. Now back in control. One more retake for AG if they can make it with Sim TP. Might have to go underneath or send their Lucio for a rollout. It's actually Aid going for the touch behind. I don't think we're aware of this. Lucio in comes. He's beat his boop to Maka. Doesn't get it. No beat for Maka, but Aid has got a kill on the flank and he's got the touch. Aid has got 2 kills. The Aid flank saves the day. The Sim will trade for Terror Surge trade. For boop onto Lucio Min's beat. It means nothing because Aid has found 2 kills. Zeta Division have got a few trades back though, so they're not out of it yet. But Bernard needs to try and play his life. He's on the run right now. And so is Finn. Finn and Bernard separated, split. They need to get the touch. Bernard can get the touch. It's going to turn into a scrap here on point. Flora is coming back with a Bola soon. Bernard needs all the help in the world, though. He's going to die early. Ada's now got it lined up on Alfie. A lamp onto point to help the touch. But they need kills. They need trades. They need something quick. Pelican and Flora provide one, but they need to keep the touch going. Alfie will die on the way out. Pelican jumps onto point. Vanessa Rissa is all over him. Misses the javelin bow, but Jasmine confirms the kill. And AG will take the first one. Rough for Zeta Division there. Opportunities, but a couple of Aid. 2 of those fights really, Aid proves to be the main difference maker. AG now have window for this next fight. Flora has a Bola to throw at that window as well. AG get the early position. Looks like they are holding on to the choke. Well, actually, sorry, just holding back far on point. Gonna shoot a walk up a little bit here. Damage from Aid onto everyone, really. Softens up Zeta Division, but not too much. Finn now has the window. It's a TP window as AG are ready to DP that one. And Aid finds the kill onto Finn through all of that now. The counter window from Maka. Player advantage for AG. And Aid continues to deepen his position, looking for more. Should be able to clean up this Orisa kill, no problem. Alfie tries to play for the trade. But has no option but to die on point. First control goes over the way of AG. Over the high ground now, Aid looking for some early bolts, but can't connect anything. Ult-wise, it's looking pretty good for AG. Jasmine's got a significant Terror Surge advantage, and Lee Min-'s going to have a beat, as will Alpha Yi. Symbol advantage for Pelican. But honestly, we talk about Aid as the X factor here for AG, and he's having a huge impact on this New Junk City. They're going to TP to try and clear him right now. They get rid of a turret. Bola comes out onto their heads, actually. Not quite low enough. Aid is going to get lamped as well. AG might need the beat sooner rather than later. Alfie's going to get the later beat, but Jasmine has a Terror Surge now to throw into it. But boot back on the edge. Jasmine is chasing him. Terror Surge is huge. Pulls everyone in. The damage, they're all so low. But Bernard's actually found a trade. They're not out of it yet. Aid is trying to take the jewel, but Mac has died underneath. And Zeta Division, they've weathered the storm. They survived that Terror Surge. They're going to win the fight. Unbelievable there. It looked like AG had played it perfectly. AG, they take the trade. They trade for beats and then the Terror Surge to finish it. It pulls them all in. Zeta Division are also low, but they scatter. They take fights all over the place and they find the trades. Zeta Division give themselves a lifeline because now it's going to be a symbol trade with a Terror Surge advantage for Zeta Division here. So all eyes on Burner. Remember, the Terror Surge damage is going to go through any of these symbols. So while Sunjin's got a better of a lot of these symbol trades, the Terror Surge will be a big difference maker. Here goes the symbol. Pelican will respond right now. And it's going to be a stalemate, honestly. The onus is now on Bernard to make the next move if he wants to. if he can find the opening. AG are quite far away right now, and Bernard is half HP. They're going to TP to harass him. Pressure onto Finn. Here's the TP. Here's the pressure, but bolts and the javelin shot down from Bernard. He drops for Terror Surge as well. He needs to lift this window. He gets himself over to the mini. They need to not give the flip if they don't have to, AG. But they're in trouble. Aid's going to force the duel with Flora. He's going to win it as well. Lamp on point. Jasmine is low. Aid, he needs to do more right now. Jasmine's dead on point. That's their foothold gone. AG have to keep committing to this fight. It's the last fight for point E. But Bernard is hitting everything. Spear after spear. Connection after connection. They can now turn their attention back and clear this point. Zeta Division have to be careful they don't make too much of a meal of this, because there's another touch coming through from Lee Min. They boop him back now. He's underneath. Can they get another touch? Lee Min can't get one. No, he's just going to try and play his life. And Zeta Division tie us up. 1-2-1. Coming back now. Over to point D. The junkyard. Aid is unseen though. The bowler is huge. The lamp is forced, but so much damage. AG are walking forward and Aid gets out alive. Bernard is trying to chase down the kill. He doesn't want to let Aid get away with this crime. Jasmine's walking in. The B comes through from Alpha Yi. It doesn't save Flora. Jasmine's going to try and turn with a Terror Surge. TP out of trouble from Pelican Bow just in the nick of time. And Bernard does eventually get that kill off screen. Onto Sunjin. Now they can drop down. Sim advantage is going to be significant, and there's not a lot AG can do about it from this point. Pushing forward for the cleanup. What a TP from Pelican. Sorry. What's going on? It seems like you guys are fine. Just targeting Vespa? Okay. Alright, lock it back in. Significant ults for Zeta Division here to try and snowball this into the lead on this map. Aid is going to swing out wide for him right now. TP from Sunjin just to the other side of point. Zeta Division going to have to drop and contest this at a certain point. They're going to TP onto the high ground actually. Aid puts some damage there, but not anything too troublesome for Zeta Division. They're going to window back now as well. Can't find anything with this, actually. Not even too much damage onto Jasmine. Not the greatest window, but oh, never mind. Flora's managed to find one onto Lee Min just before he gets beat as well. AG choose to commit to it as well with the symbol. They're pushing in, but Pelican has mirrored it. Terror Surge available for Bernard as well. He has the potential finisher. TP available for the flip, trying to get onto the backline. Sunjin TP's back. Now he's pulled in by the Terror Surge. That sets up the kill. Bernard's looking for more right now. The lamp is out from Maka. But there is surely no escape for him here. And Zeta Division will be taking the lead on New Junk City once more. And they need this. They really need this. Can't underestimate the importance of this series, again, for both teams. Zeta Division, you just can't afford to go 3 maps down. Cannot afford. Moving over to point C. AG are actually going to get there first. As the deflect battle time rages on. Juby will settle it when she's back from breakfast. Bowler available for Flora, but not a whole lot else for Zeta Division until Alfie gets his beat. They can mirror those beats, but now it's Terror. But she won't be on the foot and all that. Jasmine has Terror Surge advantage. They come through. They eat the bowler bow from Bernard. Alfie goes for beat. Half HP, no problem. Lee Min with a later beat of his own. Jasmine will get this Terror Surge mid-fight right now. Sunjin is trying to hunt down some of these flankers. Both teams reposition, and it's AG who will force them a cap first. They actually even get the flip right now. Sunjin's killed Finn with a TP as well. And with their main source of healing gone, Zeta Division, they need kills and they need them fast, but it's so difficult now just walking into a high beam sim. Sunjin will get all the cleanup. Terror Surge advantage for Jasmine. He charged it up during that fight, and he can drop this one quite aggressively here. Zeta Division, they need to try and find a way past this Orisa. If they get caught in that Terror Surge, it's going to be hard for them to get window value, hard for them to get through the choke. Eyes on how Zeta Division approach this one with the TPs. Ada's trying to get a bit of early damage here as well. Not a mile away from this bowler. Yeah, he's charging so quickly. We'll have a bowler partway through this fight as well. Potentially just a combo with the Terror Surge. Zeta Division coming now. Might just be... We see a lot of TP windows here as they want to flip. Threatening the TP though. It's only Bernard who's taking it. They're going to window from the front instead actually. Bernard's got the off angle. Aid's trying to flank, but Flora shuts him down. The flank here opens it up. Sunjin's trying to close him down, but here's the response. All of Zeta Division deal with that one. No luck for Sunjin on the TP harassment this time, and there's not even a chance to use it. Great fight win for Zeta Division there. They're at ult disadvantage, hard to win a fight just off a window, but a TP just onto Bernard, gives themselves an off angle, and then that opens up a pick onto Aid. Forces him out of position with the angle that Bernard has, and then Flora's able to find the kill. Now the ult situation looking a bit more reasonable for Zeta Division. They've got a Sim Wall to match AGs. They've got a Terror Surge to match AGs. And they've got a beat advantage as well of how you can get to that. AG have to win this fight, or they will lose the map. Coming back in, clearing the Sim turrets. TP net early, and Bernard's going to take that one down. Symbol to walk forward. Symbol to help keep Bernard alive. Flora has found aid. The skipper's done it. The Lucio Freya flank, and now they are coming back into the flight. Our Terror Surge comes out from Bernard. They nearly have the beat as well. Alfie is 4% away. Terror Surge from Jasmine, more to live than anything else. Now the beat push comes in. They are all over Jasmine. The lamp is there. He TP's away. Jasmine is still alive, but Lee Soo-min's in a whole lot of trouble. Jasmine has managed to play his life. The Zeta Division get back in control. Late kills here will be brutal, but I don't know if there's any. They're having a little bit of a look now, Zeta Division, but AG are far enough back. AG have to commit to this difficult recontest. They will have beat for it. And Zeta don't have anything. But the touch is going to be strained. They can't take this fight properly. They can't clear all the space. Jasmine's just dead. They have to beat just to save Jasmine's life. Zeta Division have done so well to force the ult early. Jasmine's still going to die as well. Sunjin has got the touch. He's got backup from Lee Soo-min. Mac has found a trade. Bernard needs help on point, but here comes the help from Zeta Division. Wait, Aid's found another kill outside. They're turning it into a scrap, but Bernard continues to anchor point. They need kills, though. Javelin is avoided by Aid. Aid is doing so much damage. Lee Soo-min dies. No one else can get the touch. Trying to buy time for Aid to claw him back into that one. But Zeta Division, they get a map. Woo. Hanging in there, hey? Hanging in there. It's GB Theory. It's classic GB Theory. Notice how AG entered the final fight from two different entrances. Reminds me of firing light particles / waves through some kind of double slit. Come on, guys. I'm not the scientist in the family. I'm the degenerate gamer. Maybe I should get my sister on, and she can do like a mini science segment where she explains a theoretical physics concept to us. 100%. I imagine if I message her. Let's see. Do you know the double slit experiment? You explain an Overwatch concept to her and she explains a scientific concept to you. There we go. You taught double slit at A-level originally? Yeah, I did, I didn't do phys. I did physics at GCSE, but then I did an AS in chemistry, but then I dropped it for second year. I need more mods. So what's happening in this timeout war then, right? So Enx had the last... So the original timeout was onto Vesper, right? By Klee. No, sorry. By Blakey. And then Ondra deflects it away. Enx deflects it on. So it's 20 minutes on Vesper? Okay. Where is Vesper? Where's he hiding? I can do it. Oh wait, that's only 10 minutes. If I just do another 10 minutes onto Vesper, will that add to the 10 minutes? How many seconds in 10 minutes? 600? Alright, I think I've done it. How many GCSEs have I got? 11 and a half, I think. 10 and a half, 11 and a half, something like that. Yeah, half. Did you guys not get half GCSEs? Like, I took a half in RE, religious education, and a half in Japanese as well. I failed that. That is not in the 11 and a half. So GCSE, for anyone who's not English, is basically, it's the exams you take when you'll be, what is it? It's when you're in year 10 and 11, so what age are you, like 15, 16? Yeah. So whatever the equivalent in your country is of the sort of exams you take there. So you do GCSE at that age, then you do A-levels at sort of like 18. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what Artemis said. Nicholas with a question in your chat. Why has Bernard been on Malga so far when he's the horse guy? I mean, it's a really reasonable question. It's a really reasonable question. I wouldn't be surprised if they just lean into more of the Orisa as we go through this series. I genuinely have no idea what it means, but I love when Liam Gallagher's quote about it. He says, "For like a flex." Yeah, I feel like, is this a sick joke? Look, Juby, we know how the theory works at this point. Wait, I've just got a message back from my sister. I asked her if she knew the double slit experiment. She says, yeah, I do. Why? This is my stream trying to explain it to me, but I'm really stupid. Can you explain it to me, please? All right, she's typing. So I'm about to. She says she can try. Alright, sorry. What was the question? Charon says, my coach says Malga is relevant because it's a comfort pick for a lot of the Koreans. I say he's good because it's a sustain meta. Yeah, I think between all these, like the Orisa, the Ram, blah, 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 because we're seeing KSA just force Ram in a lot of these situations. So I think all of these, yeah, I think I've sorted all the timeouts, Juby, I think. I think with like Malga, Orisa, Ram, we used to be in like a sort of like circular situation, you know, like a classic sort of counter swap type thing. But I feel like now they're all just pretty even in level. Maybe Malga's like, maybe Orisa and Ram are like closer to here, and then Malga's here in terms of like a power level. But it feels like now, if you're particularly good at one, you can just get away with it. And I think that's what we're seeing Twisted Minds do. And I think that's a little bit of what we're trying to see Zeta Division do here. But it certainly feels like the Malga's just a little bit harder than both of these other ones. But I'm not sure it's necessarily a comfort pick. I think it's all just like on the cusp of viability. Yeah, like when I'm watching these Malga versus Orisa, the Malga looks hard, but it also doesn't look unwinnable, right? Like I think we're in the in reaching distance for all of them, for all of the comps, all of the heroes. Falcons, we have a secret weapon as LCQ. Alright. AG don't want to play Orisa anymore, though. Taking us to Circuit Royale and banning it out. Do I know Newton's laws? Is this just like gravity, or are there more laws? Like, I know the law of gravity, but are there more laws? Is that alright, guys? Motion and thermodynamics? Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait. I've got the explanation of the slit experiment from a lady with a lady on her way to a physics PhD. So I'll read this to you. So there's this theory that the way that waves travel is through diffraction, where essentially all points on the wave spread out, and they call this. Oh wait, there's like a typo. And then all the spread out waves combine to make the same wave, just later in time. When you pass light through a small slit, you're essentially blocking some of those waves from spreading out, so the pattern you get at the end is different. Does that make sense? Fuck. Nothing like reading science to just realize how fucking stupid you are. Did you guys get it? What does this mean for LeBron's legacy? Yeah, I'll post it in chat. Alright, I'm locking in. That's enough physics. That's enough physics. It's basically just scatter arrows. Thank you. Alright, Circuit Royale, Orisa is banned. Sojin has been banned in response. Don't know if that Sojin ban's really going to do all this much for Zeta Division. Aid will be more than happy to play for Freya. Jubivo, are your eyes open or closed? We need to know. If you close your eyes, it's like nothing's changed at all. Alright, Ram being played here by Zeta Division should give them, especially with the mate, a lot of ability to bully Jasmine around. They can use some Sin TPs, they can use the lamp to save him. Jasmine's going to play slow as possible, avoid these wall timings. But here comes Zeta Division swinging around. Lots of healing having to be poured into Bernard. He's not used his form yet, but the Bolan forces the lamp out. So much damage, a window from Finn to relieve the pressure. But AG are far enough back, they kite that one out. And Zeta Division, they get it around the corner, but they don't get too much more. But look at this beat charge. Alpha Yi has been healing. He has his beat push ready to go. And what can AG do to contain it? We saw this a little bit yesterday in AG's games where they can struggle to deal with these aggressive pushes. And look at that, Alpha Yi. One clip onto Aid, and this beat push is more than effective. Jasmine thinks he can clutch with the flux. Grow up, Jasmine. There's no way. He's going to die on point. I presume he's going to be swapping. But Zeta Division with a quick first point here and a chance to snowball. Blizzard as well. Jasmine will be making that swap onto Ramatra now. Have to be a little bit careful though, because Jasmine will be playing into a Blizzard and no speed to get him out of it. So Sunjin maybe needs to save for TP for the Blizzard here. But look at Pelican's position. They want to hold close. They want to get this early Blizzard. They want to convert the snowball. TP flip comes out. Lee Seung-min's all the way towards point as well. And they completely flipped the map. But now Zeta Division, they have the high ground. And not everyone got the flip. Aid is split behind. Are they pushing for that kill? They are. The DPS from Zeta Division. They catch Aid. Now player advantage. Bolts into the backline as well. Flora's got pressure. Sunjin drops the Simwall to buy time. Blizzard's going to be thrown out. Bowler 2 as well onto this window. Bowler connects from the skip. The Blizzard connects from Pelican. And this is going to be a clean fight here. They just need to avoid any trades, and they are good to avoid all those trades. Flora's going to get the bonus ult charge as well, so he already has 53% to the next bowler. And now a chance to hold forward again, Zeta Division. Window and Annihilation to try and finish the job. AG, they need a bit of a minor miracle from Lee Seung-min with this Captive Sun, in all honesty. So difficult to get out in this choke. They use for Sim to come back from spawn. They're just going to Captive Sun around the corner. The slow to catch Lee Seung-min. He's out, but now Pelican is marking him. He's trying to take the duel with Finn, but Finn has a window. But Finn's still under a lot of duress, and they've got a bit of space to work with now, AG. Annihilation is still up for Bernard, though. And here we go. He's looking at the backline. He's going in. Booped out of it. Alpha Yi follows it up. Baram, Lucio get it done. But they've lost players in the backline. Aid is buying time. Bernard still has this Annihilation. Can he do it all? He's shielded out right now. He's in a 2v3, a Ram Lucio, but the Ram has Annihilation. Bernard's walking forward right now. He's choosing not to invest. Yeah, they chose not to clutch. I wonder if there was a timing there for Zeta Division to maybe slow it down and play for the beat, play for the Annihilation, have their spawns coming back. But they choose not to go for the clutch. And now they have to do this difficult retake. Worth noting, Sunjin has come back on the Venture now as well. I don't know if this was an intentional swap in terms of the comp matchups, or if he was just doing it to help come back with the recontest with how scrappy that fight looked. He will be playing the Venture though, and this means he can get into these sort of lurking, hiding positions and just try and play from these hits on the backline. If he can trade Finn in any of these situations, it will be a high value one for him. For now though, they've cleared Sunjin back, and they're going to take the brawl onto point. Beat coming through. Alpha Yi's going to get chucked around a little bit, but the beat push is good. No defensive ult available, and Alpha Yi Bernard, they delete them. Again, you see this aggression when they have the beat timing. There's no response. Jasmine's going to use the Annihilation. Can Jasmine use an ult in a situation that isn't 1v5? Is he swapping again? He better be, because that's a disaster Annihilation. AG have to concede second point. They are not swapping off a Ramatra as well. So Jasmine now ults in the bin, and Zeta Division pushing third point with 3 minutes to go. Lots of ults to keep snowballing this forward as well. They force the burrow from Sunjin as well. He's going to keep trying to hold this corner. Burner wants to push that out now. Clearing Sunjin back. Payload has been moving all this while as well, as they keep hold of the high ground. AG need to try and commit through this choke if they can, but it's hard with the Baptiste and the Alari. Burrow underneath initially from Sunjin. They're looking for that one. Coming out, Tectonic, oh sorry, Bowler, a Captive Sun rather comes out from Lee Soo-min. Does get the trigger actually, but Finn has the lamp, forces the lamp, but no kills. It's actually Flora who kills Maka somehow in all of that. The unburrow from Sunjin to go in, trying to find the trace. He actually just finds Finn, sets up then for Lee Soo-min as well, and the venture comes into its own. Sunjin provides all of the distraction. That's a bit of space for Lee Soo-min and A to walk in. They find all the kills. And AG are going to try and hold forward here. Lee Soo-min not available. But Sunjin is hiding. The venture's so difficult to deal with when they're hiding in this corner. The one-shot potential is real. Zeta Vision, do they know Sunjin is there yet? They're about to find out. They're all there. Sunjin quickly burrows underground. They try and wall off the unburrow, but Sunjin will be okay. Tectonic Shock available as well. Looking for this Lucio. Alpha Yi in a lot of trouble. Alpha Yi goes down. Sunjin's in trouble. A lamp comes through to save him. Blizzard comes out right now, but Sunjin doesn't care. Just fighting for Ramattra, beating him up. Melee. All the while, the rest of AG are just free to shoot at anyone they wish. And Sunjin right now dominating on the venture, dominating this right-hand side of the map, and Zeta Division struggling to deal with it. Going for Alpha Yi, misses for drill dash. B's actually going to come out from Alpha Yi to try and turn this one. That is a really early B, and this is a bit of a disaster now for Zeta Division. What was that B? Zeta Division now have to do this with an ult disadvantage. Flora's peeking around the corner now as they try and clear a bit of space, but they have to be careful about walking into this annihilation. They're trying to deal with this venture again. Wall up from Pelican. Lamp has been used. Lots of damage, but Sunjin pops with Tectonic Shock. Pelican is solo. Pelican will fall. Turns onto Ramattra and gets out and underground. Bernard still has this annihilation. Is this the same annihilation from second point? He's going to pop it now to try and clutch. He's 1 HP. What? But he's going to survive, but Sunjin's just going to burrow away. Disaster ults for Zeta Division. Just having them forced in spawn. All the wait, all that time for that annihilation. AG have a significant ult advantage now. They force the burrow from Sunjin, but Bernard is just dead. And Zeta Division, they are falling apart on this third point. 30 seconds left on the clock. They have time for maybe one last desperate regroup. Pelican's going to ice block. Nearly has the blizzard. Pelican might die late here as well. He will. And they are getting spawn camped now. What has happened to Zeta Division on this attack? Captive Sun annihilation to use up a door. Pelican has the blizzard, needs to connect. They need to find a way to get the touch as well. Back on D.Va right now. Pelican's going to drop the blizzard, looking for Ramattra. Ramattra has been frozen. Can they kill before the annihilation? Lamp is out. No, they can't. Jasmine lives. Jasmine now have a chance to use this annihilation, but Finn's got a kill with the window. Not out of it yet, but Bernard needs help on point. But Ram will clean that one up. Captive Sun's a direct hit. Forces the ice block out. Nowhere for Pelican to go. No touch coming through. And what a hold on third point there. Sunjin onto the venture. Wow. This just feels... What a strange map, right? Because it feels like Zeta Division got into a couple of messy situations with people behind and stuff like this, but for the most part, playing quite well. But then that third point just turned into a series of mistakes. Sunjin was getting away with absolute murder on that right-hand side. Zeta Division were pouring resources into clearing that venture, but soaking up so much attention. Alright, pressure on Zeta Division here. Again, holdable, right? Circuit Royale, not a straightforward point to attack at any point, but it's really, they got basically no meaningful distance on third point Zeta, so the hold has to happen on either first or second for it. Hold on, sorry. I was getting distracted. I'm getting more physics messages. I'm getting more... We can have another physics chat after this one. But for now, it's not about theoretical physics. It's about the card hold truth. the reality of this Circuit Royale result. Trying to peek around the corner initially is Aid. They have the Venture again. Sunjin here can be used to clear the right-hand side. Clear this sort of statue position where Pelican is playing now. Very hard to deal with. The wall comes out initially. Sunjin is deep behind now. They go and try and deal with it. Does Sunjin have a burrow? No! Dealt with the lamp. Too late from Maka. Tried to save him from downtown. The lamp will not save Pelican either. Lamp's only cosmetic right now. Bowler to try and finish the job right now. Aid gets it around the corner and Aid is just taking over. Nowhere for Finn to go right now. The full Mercy pocket. When you commit a Mercy into this, you really pour all your resources, all your eggs into the Aid basket. What a great basket. Aid cracks open first point, no problem at all. And now continues to get this damage boosted pocket as they walk up, looking for more. Pressure comes out. Lee Sumin nearly has a Valk. Not the greatest ult, but can just keep using it to keep going forward. Keep pocketing Aid. Oh, taken out of the air, though. Chance for a res. Lee Sumin is looking for it, but here comes the push. Res is off, though. Aid is back in the fight. 5v5 once again as the window from Finn is out. Lee Sumin is trying to juke around right now. Finn's trying to shoot out of the sky, but can't hit the Valk in Mercy. They've killed Aid a second time here, so they will be okay as Zeta Division drop to the low grounds here. Pressure on. Sunjin's found a trade. They need to deal with this Ramattra. They can. And Zeta Division should be able to stabilize. They can deal with the Venture. Window from Maka. Maka thinks they can clutch this. Oh, he's dinked out for Yi. He's deleted him. He's got his shift out as well. He's taking the duel with Flora. Maka was right. He can clutch it. Ada's come back and got a kill as well. But the Mercy is out. Pistol's out onto this Ramattra. Bird up to one final form. But Zeta Division, they fall apart. What I mean, it looked like a hot take from Maka. It looked like such a hot take, but he destroys Alpha Yi, and then Aid comes back and gets the kill, and it all falls apart. Remember, Zeta Division, no meaningful progress on third point. They really do need to hold on second here, or it's going to be so difficult for them. They've got ults coming back, Zeta Division. They come round the corner. Annihilation will be popped. Bowler gets thrown out. Beat in there as well from Zeta Division. Flora's trying to take it. There's the Tectonic Shock. So much damage into that Blizzard, but the Blizzard does freeze Jasmine. They get the kill, and Sunjin can't find any trade with it, but he drill dashes in now. Taken care of. Alpha Yi traded for it, though. But Bernard is still alive, and Zeta Division, they spend a lot, but they get the hold. Jasmine there, frozen up, doesn't invest the Annihilation, so this is going to be the difficult one for Zeta Division to deal with. Zeta Division, ult disadvantage in many ways here. Even though they've got more ults, not the same value. If Zeta Division let all gamers global get to the high ground and just take a straight sort of 5v5 fight, it is going to be so hard to deal with this Annihilation. They need to try and fight him on the rotation. They make it hard for him. And Bernard has done exactly that. He has dropped onto Lee Sumin. The lamp is out. Bernard's going to get a lamp of his own to save him. He's forced the Venture underground as well. The Annihilation to try and turn it right now. But he's taking so much damage. Finn will get traded, but the window shuts down the Annihilation. Now they come back towards point, but Sunjin is not done yet. They shut down Aid. They need to be careful. Alpha Yi is low. Sunjin with a chance to clutch. Looking for the Maid. Drill dash out of the sky, but there's a Ramattra here as well. Slow onto Sunjin, but it's a 2v1. And it's a Venture. No form for Bernard. And Sunjin is happy to fight that one. Just deletes it. The Venture is getting so much done for Sunjin and AG right now. They are pushing for the snowball, trying to deny the touch right now. Sunjin boops them back. They fly in for it right now. Tectonic Shock, so much damage. The lamp has been deleted. Alpha Yi has been deleted. And Sunjin will do it all. They will capture second point. They are going to have a colossal time bank. 3 minutes and 50 seconds and only 36 meters to go. Zeta Division. I mean, we have obviously very recently witnessed a giant hold on third point Circuit Royale. But Zeta are up against it now. Aid's looking for some early damage, some early picks. A bowler there as well. Zeta are coming back from this Annihilation, but they have to try and push from this right-hand side, and Sunjin has been dominant here. Pelican booped back, threatened. Going for the unburrow here, potentially onto Bernard as well. Swing round the corner. Bowler, lots of damage. Lamp comes out. They all live for now. The Lamp's going to get taken down. They're also low. The backline of Zeta Division. Jasmine's looking for the follow-up kills. The window from Macavo opening it up. Bernard has dropped the Annihilation. Blizzard beat everything on point from Zeta Division to try and stabilize. Here comes Finn. Maka's just going to try and ignore him. He's moved back towards, he's jumped back towards his team. Pelican takes him out of the air. It's too little too late though. Beat comes through from Lee Sumin. Now seal the deal. AG take a 3-1 lead. And honestly, the Venture is the difference maker here. OP hero. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Venture gets overlooked on a lot of occasions. But the hero's so damn good. And yes, is first to 4. So Zeta Division, they're not out of it now. Or not out of it yet, but they need to win 3 maps in a row. All right, I'm going to grab some water quickly as we look in for this. And then I've got some more physics updates for you as well.
라마 뽑았어. 야, 좀 치면 이겨 얘들아.
앞에.
나와라. 치면 돼.
아무도 안
나케 좀만. 이겨 돼. 라페. 바티필.
바티 잡았어. 베이베이.
나이스.
됐다.
Oh, I'm back. Oh, thank you, Tomato Garlic Milkshake, for the Prime. Thank you very much. Alright. Zeta Division on the brink of elimination. But before we get to the Overwatch, do you want a quick physics update? So, I asked my sister, does it change based on observation? She says, oh, you mean the quantum version? So she says, the same thing happens with electron beams, but if you try to measure it at any point, then the pattern will disappear. It's kind of strange, but essentially by measuring the electrons, you've interacted with the experiment directly, because they are so sensitive, which measurements are not meant to do anyways, and then you can change the outcome. It's part of the wave-particle duality. The most common way of thinking about it is when you let the electron do whatever it wants without measurement, it will act as a wave, but measuring it makes it act like a particle. It's kind of weird to think about, but the advice I was given was to not think about it too hard. Does that make sense? True. It's because they're so tiny to observe them, a photon has to interact with them. Oh, okay. So it's for measurement. Okay. You got the same advice? Yes. What's my sister's PhD in? She's told me before, but it's like, it's complicated. By complicated, words I don't understand. I can ask though. What was that? You'll start on your masters in physics soon? Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's something, you know, when someone has like a level of intelligence in something that you just can't even really comprehend. Starting your masters and getting high and watching OWCS soon. That I think I can comprehend, yeah. Okay, she says the title is called The Coffee Ring Effect, but it'll probably change when she comes to writing it up. Should I Google The Coffee Ring Effect? The coffee ring effect is a phenomenon where a droplet of liquid like coffee dries and leaves behind a concentrated ring of particles around the edge with a lighter center. This happens because liquid evaporates faster at the edges, causing a flow of liquid carrying particles towards the edge. The effect commonly seen when... Okay. She may have a PhD, but can she explain how Saudi reverse swept China? Oh, she says she does less quantum physics now and does more statistical physics / fluid dynamics. Just a series of further topics of physics and subsections that I can't understand. Coffee ring effect sounds like a video essay I'd watch on YouTube. Alright. Does having a PhD help with bans? We don't know, because I don't know if any coaches actually have a PhD. We don't have the data to prove that hypothesis yet. Alright, should we lock in though? We need to, let's cast our minds back to the PhD of watching OWCS. Because it's Hollywood, it's Zeta Division's choice, and Zeta Division now are on the brink. AG need one more map to confirm their spot at the Esports World Cup. They're going to get 3 shots at it, but they don't want to take all 3 shots. They want to get it done now. And Sunjun, success on the venture, and will keep playing it right here. TP in initially for a bit of space here for Zeta Division. Gets Burner over to that other side, and now they try and swing. A brave swing from Pelican requires a lamp to keep peeking. They have a bit of space, but here comes Sunjun in the back. Damage onto Finn, but no kill. Lee Soo-min with a follow-up, though. Sunjun back out to the high ground, and they continue to struggle to deal with this venture. Sunjun is getting it all done right now. Clean up onto the point, and they will be repelled here. No tick, no nothing. They're trying to TP Burner out. They can, but they are repelled. And you see every time AG, they're quite happy to give a bit of space here, you know, let Zeta Division walk in aggressively. But as soon as they walk in aggressively, Sunjun gets these flanks from the high ground. Lee Soo-min is committing with him as well. And Sunjun is finding these trade values. And as soon as you lose the Baptiste in this type of composition, that's all your sustain gone. Lucio just can't keep up with the healing. They're trying to walk in again now. Sunjun is going underneath. Bola over the top. TP backwards. Actually, Bola manages to eat that one. Mac is going to kill Florivo on the way in. Pelican has TP'd in aggressively, but Mac will deal with that as well. They're all committing for this venture. Alpha Yi will kill the venture. The venture threat has been dealt with, but it's cost them all 5 players. They'll stall out this Lucio a little bit as well. Alpha Yi's going to try and play his lie. We'll try and get out, but just has to get forced to reset. And AG... Oh, I see what you mean. There we go. I got you. Window available for both teams. Simwall coming up. One thing that must be said about the venture is WoW. WoW, very good in the neutral, very good in these flank fights. The ult is worse than the Simwall. So an advantage here for Zeta Division if they can get to it, but Sunjin is hiding again. They've cleared out Sunjin. Flora has found it. The skipper has taken responsibility. window on the high ground for Maka to try and turn it. They're up holding this high ground, but they can't find any kills out of this window just yet. Finn's actually going to take down Maka, but beat trade comes in, but not in time for Maka. Significant advantage now for Zeta Division. They flood onto point. They want to get these final kills. Aid going to get taken down, throwing out that bowler as well, and Zeta Division have their breakthrough. Jasmine is still on the high ground, but where is Jasmine going? No escape, no contest, and Zeta Division, they've got first point. Sim is going to be huge value here on the second point in terms of rotating around and dealing with these difficult high grounds. And Flora's done it again! That's why he's the captain. Now they can take the high ground for free. Aid is getting poked back. Aid's going to die as well. Aid just swings into all of them there. Reckless from Aid. And more picks for Zeta Division. More space, more cart progress. And now AG have to do a difficult retake. They have no sim to cheat this high ground. They have to try and use the elevator. But Bernard is going to be camping that one. Boop off onto the elevator, actually. So Jasmine can now maybe try and take the high ground. They're trying to deny that from him. Meanwhile, Sunjin is making an aggressive move behind, taking attention. And this has allowed AG to claim the high ground there. The spear from Jasmine makes all the difference there in terms of high ground control. And Zeta have to play retake now. Burrow underneath, or fight on point, Sunjin. Drops the tectonic shock, getting boot back into the corner though. They try and DP it, just looking for damage, but Sunjin opting to play their life more than anything else. Simwall comes through to try and save Bernard's life. Terror Surge pulls them back in. Lamp has been forced out from Maka right now. Simwall is in. Flora's thrown the bowler out. Gotten a kill in that, but they've lost Bernard. Now Sunjin's coming to deal with the high ground. Might regret that one, but here comes Aid over the top as well. Flora is on the run, groups up with Alpha E. They're trying to stabilize underneath, but the Hunter's on for AG. They want more kills, and Sunjin is behind them. Takes that one. They'll kill Flora as well. Everyone will get cleaned up, and AG will be able to re-establish their hold on the high ground. Eyes over to Pelican now for how they try and use this sim TP for the retake. Cart is only about just under halfway. They're going to TP to the high ground. Boop is there. It denies Pelican, but not Bernard. He comes through. They kill Lee Sumini was trying to cam that one. Bowler comes out, but nothing from that one with Aid. Now they have control of the high ground, but the lamp has been forced, and Sunjin has killed one, killed two. Sunjin dies for it, but he forces 2 kills. The trades are good. And now Jasmine can take the head-to-head with Bernard. No real healing for him. Only the Lucio healing. He drops to point, but Pelican's there, actually. He TP's out, though. Again, the trades are just too much. Zeta can't win a clean fight. They can't stop Sunjin finding this. 1.5 minutes left. Pelican has gone Tracer now as well. So it means Zeta Division have to go for a slower approach on these retakes. Pelican can try and force the point. If he forces the point as well, it might pull Sunjin out of position. If Sunjin has to mark point, that is obviously more space and less threat for the backline of Zeta Division to worry about. Sunjin is marking it right now. He one-shots him. Maybe it's no problem at all. He's been pulled to point, but he just deletes Pelican there. Bernard has tried to take the high ground, but he is getting forced back, juggled into the air, javelin in the air, knocked into the wall. And another reset here. Force all the way back. Zeta Division going to have to play retake. Bernard is just desperate to try and preserve his life at the moment. 50 seconds left. Zeta Division, they need more to work with. Qualification for Esports World Cup on the line. And AG are on the brink. They have 5 ultimates as we enter these final 40 seconds. Pelican has gone Venture. If you can't beat them, join them. Trying to find a way underneath. I don't know how much Pelican Venture we've seen. But Pelican normally good for it in the clutch. Trying to take the duel right now. 1 bolt onto Flora. Beat comes through from Alpha Yi. Lee Soo-min is awfully low. Can he get the beat off? Half HP looking for his opportunity. He gets taken down by Flora. This is the opening. Bernard has dropped a Terror Surge, just desperate to live. Lamp comes through, but he's moved out of the lamp. Jasmine finds the trade. Such a crucial trade. We're entering overtime soon. Zeta Division have won the fight, but they don't have their Orisa. And AG, they only use 1 ult there. Bernard, is he coming back on D.Va just to be back in the fight quicker? Sunjin has gone an emergency Sombra. There's so many ults here for AG. The window on the high ground. Flora has to DP kit. Pelican is anchoring point for now, but he has to unburrow sooner or later. AG are trying to flip round the left-hand side of the map. The window comes through, but Babola is there to meet it from Aid. B over top, so Aid can keep taking that duel. They kill Flora on the high ground. They don't find anything from this window. They have to keep committing. So much damage. Alfie survives on a sliver of HP. Burner is flying for the backline. Pelican has to stay on point. They lose Alfie. He Terror Surge onto Pelican. He's so low, hiding in the corner. Burner will take over the touch, but he's the last person standing. Flora is back with Babola soon, but it's not enough. And they get a few more meters, Zeta, but they are stopped on second. Why is Venture good versus Sim? So, some of it is what Sim has for being going a huge amount of damage in close range. What the Venture has, though, is all this sort of big burst damage in this range. So, while a lot of DPS struggle to fight a fully torqued Sim because there's just so much damage, the Venture actually has like matchable damage in these sort of close range situations. Plus, because the Venture can go underground, there's no way to poke out the Venture or put early damage out or something. So the Venture can engage for free on the Sim, where heroes like a Tracer, a Genji, even an Echo, everything has a much harder time closing that distance. So that's why the Venture matches up quite nicely into the Sim. Also, when you factor in so much of the Sim play we see is about TPs and rotations, the Unburrow and the Drill Dash, really good at that. Think about situations where the whole team rotates, but then they get Drill Dashed away from it or something, or disrupted. We saw that a few times there where Zeta would do a rotation, and then Sunjin would come up behind the TP and just knock Finn out of position or Flora out of position or something, and someone else would find the kill. Similarly, if they do like a harassment TP normally just one where like the Sim takes it herself, just to try and get a bit of an off angle. If the Venture ever manages to drill dash that Sim out of it, there's no chance for the Sim to TP back. So just a lot of nice matchups in terms of the big sort of team fights, but also nice matchups in some of the smaller interactions as well. And Pelican is just going onto the Venture now. They have just bit the bullet. It's going to be a Lucio Venture, well, it's just a Venture flank actually, behind right now, trying to zone him with the Unburrow. Forces him back in, but Pelican plays for punish, but it doesn't make a difference. Sunjin wins it. The lamp is good from Maka. Back foot right now. I think Finn still has lamp, but they are a player down, and Aid is all the way over the top. Patient, stalking his prey. Couple of bolts onto Finn, forces the lamp out now. They still have a bit of position, but here comes Sunjin flying in again. Forced underground, but the Unburrow kills Finn. Backline is dead, and Sunjin opens the door again there. Initial Venture gap, the lamp from Maka made the key difference, really. And you saw in that first fight, Sunjin makes the first move, but Pelican just tries to camp the exit. If you watch my Venture video a long time ago, you would have seen that actually Heesang does a lot of the same thing. But we'll come back to that because there's a window on the high ground for Maka as they try and snowball. They've actually dislodged Burner from this position as well. And Jasmine, less interested in chasing that kill and more just about preserving the good position for his team. Now on the high ground, Zeta Division have a difficult retake to try and take. Bolt onto Aid, forces him back for now. Oh, wait! Where's Lee Soo-min going? Zeta Division have just walked up. They've got 2 kills for free. Babola's out from Aid. It gets a kill. But Burner's just walked around. What? I thought AG had control. The Zeta Division are just roaming around, finding kills. And a good respite for Zeta Division. Doesn't cost him a single ult either. And now they get the high ground for free. This high ground position can be so difficult to deal with. Flora playing the back high ground now. Don't have a lot of space to give here, Zeta Division. It's 2-fight territory, really. They're going to try and force the objective as well. Zeta Division have to be careful not to let this payload move too much, and that's all AG want to do right now. Forcing the objective, trying to get it closer to that box of victory. The box that will send them to the Esports World Cup. Burrow underneath for both, but Pelican is outnumbered here. The drill dash on the exit. The lamp comes through, and Flora can find the trade. Venture Games underground. But Zeta Division come out on top this time. You see Finn so keen to invest for lamp there. Didn't do it on the first point and it cost Pelican his life. Does do it here and they're able to find the trade. They'll clean up on point as well. Final blows for Flora. 5 ults in the bank for Zeta Division. Still 3.5 minutes to face though. AG now. Tried to play through point last time. They've got a few more ults if they want to take a direct fight, though. The beat the Terror Surge to try and go up top. Looks like they want to start through point again initially. Sunjin has been forced to burrow first. Looks like he just wants to go behind. Sunjin's going to try and fight for high ground, but Bernard is gatekeeping the other high ground. But look at Sunjin. He's dropped a tectonic shock on the back high ground. He's looking for kills, but Alfie, Finn, they're just dodging it. Alfie's going to have a little peek. Sunjin's got control of the high ground, but Bernard, he's holding onto his own high ground. Terror Surge is out. Jasmine avoids the damage. Finn is going to window back, but look at 8. He's underneath. The DPS are flanking from AG, but Sunjin gets shut down. Maka gets one onto Flora. More backline trades. Supports have fallen. There's an opening now. Bernard is dropping, looking for more. It's going to be an elevator fight. Jasmine is forced off. Mac is trying to push for kill, avoids the spear. They can't afford to lose Bernard late here, but they just might. They chase down that kill. Look how close they are to the box. No tank and Zeta Division are going to be forced to fight. They have the beat to throw into this one. They're going to have to go for it. Alfie goes for the touch. He gets the beat off as well. Lee Soo-min is going to get a much later beat right now. He gets the beat. It catches everyone. They are all over Finn. The pressure comes on. Bernard is back soon, but the backline is in so much trouble. Zeta Division going to lose everyone, and AG are booking their ticket to the Esports World Cup. Zeta Division miss out again. And an inspired performance on the venture from Sunjin sends AG to the Esports World Cup. They will finish 3rd in Korea Stage 2. Zeta Division 4th. And a 4-1 in the end. Disaster, really, isn't it? Disaster. It's not over yet, of course, Zeta Division fans. There is the last chance qualifier. They'll have to find a way past Falcons. Sunjin player of the match. I mean, after those last couple of maps on Venture, feels more than fitting. Did feel like they had the better of the symbol trades, even back on that as well. No, Jabba, there's only 2 direct qualification spots for Korea, so it's T1 and AG after this victory who take no spots. And it's always a bad sign, I think, when you... I think it's always a bad sign when you're playing this sort of thing and you're playing these kind of matchups and one team's playing a hero that you don't see as often, like for Venture, and then the answer essentially becomes, fuck it, just mirror them, right? It happened to us on London. Oh. Thank you, Pack. Appreciate the tier 1. Does make you think, doesn't it? What I was going to say is, it happened to us on London, right? When you went playing our Rhine in Season 5, do you know the number of teams that would just end up mirroring Rhine on map 5? Like, it happened like 3 times or something, which is just crazy, right? Especially with the power of hindsight, it's just absolutely crazy that teams would end up just taking the Rhine mirror against us. And Zeta Division forced into the same situation here. Isn't it crazy that Sunjin was on a team with Magic Maple? I mean, yeah, when Sunjin was on... What were they called at the time? Was it Timeless? The team name? When he was playing in America for Timeless, and Timeless were really just like classic sort of mid-table... Oh, Pip at the time, was it? Pirates in Pajamas? Okay, yeah. But yeah, just like a classic sort of middle table, sort of nothing burger American team. And... he was playing a lot of hit scan at the time for them as well. Obviously, he was doing the whole thing on ping as well. But the performance he's had since coming in to replace Who Are You. And remember, like I think I said it at the time. I think a lot of people said it at the time. When Who Are You left AG, We were expecting them to fall off, right? We were expecting... Oh, they don't have their Genji guy now. But Sunjin has delivered all stage long. And he's delivered here on their most important game of the stage so far. And now he's going to get a chance to demonstrate his ability at the Esports World Cup. Yeah. Because initially when Sunjin came in, I think I thought like he would be a worse player for Who Are You, but he'd have better flexibility, you know, in terms of he's got a wider hero pool. But actually, alright, here's the winning comms.
Let's go.
Let's go. Was that a let's go? What the fuck? Let's go. What the fuck? Also, couldn't we have just banned for eventually? Yeah, let me get the bands up now. Hold on. Where are we going? This one. Yeah, you're probably right, really. What if they ban in the end on there? Because we were talking about physics, so I didn't pay too much attention to the bans. Yeah, they ban... Oh, they protected it, AG. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't... Oh, they didn't protect it. They were the second ban. Yeah, they banned Alari. Yeah, why did Zeta ban Alari? Upon reflection. Oh, they banned Venture already, actually. Yeah, they banned it already. So, yeah. What could they have banned instead? Could they have banned the Orisa? Yeah, the Orisa matchup didn't feel like a problem, though, you know? Yeah, at least Min is scary on Alari, so, yeah. It's not a useless ban. I'm just trying to think if there's a better ban, essentially. No, it's alright. I literally, this is the first time I've checked it, Otter, anyway, so you're all good. Yeah, I'm thinking from Zeta Division's point of view. Could they have banned BAP? I mean, it would have just forced a Kiri instead. It doesn't really solve for problems. Try a Lucio ban. I think the problem with a Lucio ban is maybe they would have just played for Alari or something then as well. But I mean, to be fair, do you remember on Circuit Royale where AG played for Alari? And they played Alari Baptiste? Actually, Zeta Division had a lot of success playing playing the Lucio BAP into the BAP Alari. Obviously, Circuit Royale is a much simpler map in terms of just narrow front to back than Hollywood is. Especially once you get to the second and all the high grounds, etc. But maybe it would have been better. I think it's worth saying as well, like, we absolutely Sunjin was player of the match and he should get all the credit. But also, even before we got to... Because Venture wasn't until this point, right? Where's my pen? This was like... The last two maps was the Venture turnaround. But they were also... They were losing before that as well, you know? They were still on the wrong side of the series before that. Yeah, Juno Brig, probably better survivability into the Venture. I think Brig, if anything... Actually, maybe they should have just gone Brig. Yeah, actually... Now I think about it, like, I remember... Who was it who was telling me? I think back when... Do you remember when there was a lot of Venture being played... It was... I can't remember when it was. Was it like middle of last year, maybe? Maybe around, like, the end of Stage 2? I remember, I think it was Astro was talking about, and he was saying that just like Lucio is so useless at peeling a Venture, really. It's so hard. But if you go Brig or something, the ability to pack and like whip shot interrupt this, it was much better. So maybe something like the Bat, like just a Bat Brig or something would have just given them that survivability they needed in those situations. Juno could have been, you know, either Bat Brig or Juno Brig. I think you kind of get the same result.
Now we play in my world. Selecting upgrades to match new user.
Why is Venture not meta? They feel really good every time they're played. I think there's like there's certain heroes. What's a good example?
Hey, this is not part of my program.
You know, like how a lot of the time Winston can be meta, but Winston is only good if you've got a really good Winston player, right? Similarly, I feel like Venture, you have to... Kind of like Genji as well, right? Like, Genji isn't just like, oh, we're playing Genji, so we win by default. Your Genji kind of has to be crazy, right?
Leaving so soon. Game over.
Map and comp dependent. Yeah, I mean, I think for sure, like, as soon as you start straying away from, like... When you're in, like, a BAP... Like, Venture's very good into BAP Lucio. And very good into Sim as well. So when those heroes are all being played regularly, then all of a sudden Venture becomes like a really high value pick. But if we were just playing like something like, I'm trying to think, what's a comp we've seen? Like, if it's like a Kiri, Lucio, Tracer Winston, or Tracer Diva or something, the Venture has a much harder matchup into a lot of those heroes.
실력은 그렇게 막 뛰어나지 않은 러너라고 합니다. 반갑습니다.
이벤트성 대회 한다고 하시길래 나가면 재밌겠다.
So if you don't have like a really top tier Venture or something, it's difficult. You know, because we saw Pelican go Venture as well, right? And it didn't actually change his fortunes at all.
맏형이 필요하지 않았나 생각이 듭니다.
You think the cast is like a really good counter as well? Yeah, that's probably reasonable, right? Like the flashbang out of the burrow is probably like a pretty high conversion rate on kills.
저는 그래도 류재용이 아닌가.
류재용이요. 재용이 형 아닐까? 제가 에이스가 되고 싶습니다. 저는 솔직하게 명훈이라고 생각을.
Do you swap into the Venture? I mean, you want to like swap as little as possible. I think if they had just gone Bat Brig or something, that would have been fine as well. I think there is something like Lucio BAP is so hard into the Venture. Like because the BAP just dies every time, which is kind of what we saw, right? Like what a hard time Finn was having, you know?
저는 이제 마인드 자체가 너무 대단하신 전 프로분들이긴 하시지만 제가 1인분 그 이상을 해야 팀에서 원하는 대로 잘 굴러갈 거라고 생각을 해서
저라고 얘기한 사람 없나 보네요.
Like, because we were on Sunjun's POV a lot for that, and there were so many times, you know, where like Sunjun would escape just on like 50 HP underneath or something.
저는 2등은 오히려 명훈이가 아닌가. 피지컬이 워낙 좋아서 저는 울프도 상당히 제가 또 기대 중이거든요.
그래도 그들보다는 제가
그냥 저 혼자만의 생각인데 울프님을 어디 포지션에 넣어야 될지 그게 제일 고민이라.
Yeah, I think maybe the difference between the Freya matchup into the Venture and the Cass matchup is it feels like the Freya doesn't die to it as much because she's just always in the skybox and difficult for Venture to connect with meaningfully. But the Cass is like a kill threat more consistently with the flashbang. So it means that the Venture can't just do what they want in terms of hitting the Baptiste and juggling them around and disrupting them.
탱커 역할 되게 중요하거든요.
게임 보는 눈이 중계 때 보시니까 워낙 좋으셔서 잘하실 거라고 믿습니다.
제가 좀 걱정되긴 합니다. 스타디움이 색다른 모드지 않습니까?
Whereas like as soon as something like the Cass exists and there's that kill threat, suddenly it means the Venture has to be a little bit more careful with when it commits to some of these engages.
아 이게 좀 잘못된 것 같은데. 한번 기강을 잡을게요 명훈이.
Am I gonna watch China playoffs next week? Yeah, I should. Is it all next week? How what's the schedule? Is it just like 3 days or where am I looking? China.
부담감은 좀 덜한 것 같습니다.
에임적인 부분에서는 좀 이제 부족할 수 있다고 생각하지만
27. Oh, it doesn't have times yet. 27th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 28th, 29th. Yeah, so all over 3 days, right? Yeah, we should watch China. Because is it free esports World Cup spots they get as well? Yeah, free for them too. So obviously, I mean, Weibo are going to be, they're going to be alright for it. I mean, is it just these 3 teams? CC, Rock, and Weibo? Alright, take care, Cat. See you later.
또 이게 너무 감동 모먼트인데요. 열심히 잘 해보겠습니다. 기대에 꼭 부응하겠습니다.
Worst decision ever? I don't think it's too bad, right? Like when we've got 16 spots, I think it's really fine. And all of these 3 teams are decent, right? You know, like they're not the strongest, and obviously this team can really go very far. But I think these 2 teams are really fine. Give Korea 4 spots and China 2. Yeah, but Korea do basically have 4 spots, right? Like, I think the likelihood that we see 4 Korean teams at the Esports World Cup is all but guaranteed. Like, do you really see a team that isn't Falcons or Zeta winning the last chance qualifier?
Hi X, hope the wedding went well. Looking forward to this next game now.
Thank you, Elf. Thank you very much. Yeah, the wedding went beautifully. And thank you for the prime as well. Tilduck, Sakura, SSG, TU. Ah, come on. Does anyone here, hand on heart, honestly believe TU or a Peps or anyone would like that would get close to Falcons or Zeta division?
대회는 언제나 좀 즐기면서 파이팅할 수 있지 않을까 그렇게 생각합니다.
You know, like I want Chrissy to do well, but it's feels really hard to justify.
Congrats, fella carrying on the SAB of married man meta get up mush 20.
Thank you, Mello. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate the congratulations as well. Alright, I think I'm gonna grab some food before we start for this grand final as well. So I'll leave you with the stadium. The old dog interviews. I'll grab some food and then we can lock in for the grand final. They're both going to the Esports World Cup. Their seeding's actually settled as well. But this is an important, I think it means more to T1 than it does Crazy Raccoon right now. Like winning a stage, their first stage win, continuing all the good form, all the promise they've shown over these last couple of weeks. I think really, really important game for TU, just from what it can mean for them. So let me grab some food and we can get ready for this grand final.
we are launching the all-new XL2566X Plus, which uses the newly developed Fast TN panel and upgraded Diac2 technology. This monitor has inherited the XLX monitor stand design. It has incorporated industrial-grade bearings into the height adjustment mechanism, allowing easier and smoother
What?
adjustment
I'm back.
to the
I got some
desired
sandwiches.
height. The new monitor series
The wife was at a friend's 40th yesterday, so they rented out a place and had a buffet and stuff, and there were some leftovers from the buffet. So we have some leftover sandwiches. 3 sandwiches. Wouldn't say no. My wife or your one? My wife. Yeah, I can do that. We won't have a repeat of the pasta incident from yesterday. Morning, Hattie. Let me cup a bod before.